Hello everybody, this is the Nostalgic Checkpoint, and today we're going to be starting a playthrough series of Marvel Ultimate Alliance on the PlayStation 2. We will be playing this game on hard difficulty with default starting statistics, meaning every character will start at level 30 and have at least one stat point in each skill. I plan to keep the commentary fairly limited throughout this playthrough, meaning I won't be doing like a play-by-play as all the action unfolds, because this game is pretty linear. However, I will go over some strategies and just things to keep in mind right before boss fights, things like that, maybe some hard areas. And yeah, we're also going to be trying to accomplish all of the side missions so we can try to get that good ending. But yeah, with all of that said, let's go ahead and get right into it.
Your battery's firing! Somebody get General Wilson on the horn!
Colonel Fury,
Doom, I'll have your head for this.
I have little time for your petty threats, Colonel. Surrender your ship now, or I shall destroy it.
Not on my watch.
This is a priority alert to all metahumans. UNN Alpha requests immediate assistance.
Thor, take care of those gunships. Spider-Man, draw them towards the stern.
Sure thing. I just love being the target.
Wolverine,
You
do
go
it.
it, Boy Scout. I don't take orders from you. Soulless machine! How dare you strike the son of Odin! Show off.
Excuse me, is this the ferry to Staten Island? Hey, Cap, looks like you could use some help. That dude scares me.
What are you girls looking at?
Getting into our characters, we have selected Human Torch for his elemental damage, his fire immunity, and the flight ability. Going into his most important skill, that will be Inferno. It is going to be like a fiery pop-up that can affect multiple enemies as well as the environment, and we will actually get into the importance of the environment a little bit later on. But yeah, that pretty much explains it. You can stop if you want to look at the other skills that I selected, but they're not as important as Inferno. Getting into the Silver Surfer, we selected him for his energy damage, the ability of Might, as well as the ability of Flight. Surfer has some good attacks. Molecular Mix-Up is definitely the strongest. It's one of the strongest in the game, if not the number one strongest. This attack causes heavy internal damage, and is pretty much a must-have skill when using Silver Surfer. Surfer also has the heal boost equipped, so that's going to come in handy as well. And then the other attack is going to be Cosmic Beam, which is a chargeable attack. Pretty similar looking to Molecular Mix-Up, but it does high damage as well. Getting into Doctor Strange, we selected him for his energy damage and his flight ability. His levitation power actually works a lot like Jean Grey's telekinesis in the X-Men Legends games, same with Magneto. And, the higher the upgrade, it'll make heavier object be able to be thrown. Good skill and all, but the go-to for Doctor Strange is definitely going to be Black Magic. This is going to be like Scarlet Witch's Reality Shift Hexbolt power, where it throws like an orb and has a chance to turn the enemy into a crate, which will have orbs or coins inside. So that's definitely a very OP move. His boost is going to be the Eye of Agamotto, and that's going to be a team boost that increases the health regeneration rate. So definitely a very strong boost to use, especially right before boss fights and just high difficulty areas. And for Miss Marvel, we selected her for the energy damage, ability of might, and the ability of flight. Her photon burst power doesn't do too much damage while starting out. However, it becomes stronger once the skill gets upgraded more. It basically just has like little homing energy balls that circle around her and then will go towards an enemy when they get in range. However, the Prism skill is going to be your go-to move with Miss Marvel. It's going to shoot out a beam, and when it hits an enemy, it'll actually split off into like 3 different paths and continue to hit other enemies. So that's definitely going to be a very strong skill to use. And getting into her boost, we have Cosmic Awareness, which is basically going to slow time by half for all of the enemies, while our team will stay at full speed. So that is also very beneficial during boss fights. Briefly touching on the costume selection for each character, I didn't necessarily go for aesthetics, as that Human Torch costume is not one of my favorites, as well as the binary outfit for Miss Marvel. But yeah, we picked the costumes for their skills respectively, so we'll go over those very quickly. For the Human Torch, we picked Modern Costume for the energy regeneration, as well as fire damage increase on all powers. We picked the Silver Surfer's Power Surge costume. Funny enough, all of his costumes are actually the exact same appearance-wise, they just have different perks. We went with Power Surge for the energy regeneration and the Cosmic Mastery, which will just increase the damage of all of his powers. We chose the Classic costume for Doctor Strange. This costume has higher maximum energy and magic damage, so this makes that black magic power even better. And last but not least, we have Miss Marvel's binary costume, which, as mentioned earlier, is not one of my favorites appearance-wise. However, the perks that you get, being maximum energy and photon damage, which is an increase of damage on all of Miss Marvel's powers, makes it worth it in my opinion. So it's just like Human Torch's modern outfit. Not the best looking in my opinion, of course, but the perks make up for it.
Woohoo! Time for some action.
Gentlemen, this is Colonel Nick Fury. I'm on the main bridge, but I'm not sure how long I'll last. Get here ASAP. Fury out.
Gonna happen. Really use some help here. Of course.
Your defeat brings me no joy.
Man, I hope the boss isn't watching.
Just want to make a note here so we can emphasize the importance of destroying the environment in this game. Whenever you destroy the environment, which is like breaking all the boxes, anything you see pretty much, it'll likely drop coins or health or energy orbs. So both of those things are very important, especially the coins for being on hard difficulty. It's going to be harder to level up, especially starting with level 30. It's just going to take longer, needing more XP. So having those coins will give us the ability to buy either our costume upgrades or skill points. So yeah, just wanted to note out the importance of that. You're going to be seeing a lot of that through the playthroughs. Yeah, we need those coins.
Man, I hope your boss isn't watching.
I need help with this scoundrel. I require assistance. A bit of help here. Rest easy. I require assistance. I need help with this scoundrel. No problem.
Will somebody give me a hand here? Oh, come on! Are you even trying? Will somebody give me a hand here?
Yes.
Somebody help me with this music. Somebody help me with this music.
Certainly.
I could really use some help.
Okay, we're about to be getting into the first boss fight of the game, so I want to give a quick rundown on how these fights will go. Typically, before the boss fight will start, I will start using boosts for each character, especially if they're a team boost. And then, after all the boosts are activated, we want to continuously do power attacks while simultaneously pressing L2 so we can get combo attacks going for higher damage and XP. Pretty much you want to just rinse and repeat that process, and most of these bosses will get melted. Some boss fights will feature like QTEs and other things, but we'll get to that whenever those fights occur.
I was hoping to catch someone being a hero. Looks like I hit the jackpot. I'm working for the biggest group of villains this world has ever known. The Masters of Evil! That's the best part of all. We're led by the man himself, Dr. Doom. If you only knew. 'Cause Doom's got a plan that's gonna shake the heavens. You wanna get tough, punk? Good, 'cause so do I.
All right. I mean,
Thanks for responding to my SOS so quickly. The Helicarrier's under attack by a group of supervillains called the Masters of Evil. And to make matters worse, they're led by Victor Von Doom. My thoughts exactly. It's not important. I told you it's not important.
Colonel Fury, this is the Black Widow. The Masters of Evil have activated the launch cycle of our nuclear missiles. I need help if they are to be stopped.
Help is on its way, Black Widow. Fury out. Team, just one of those missiles could level an entire city. Failure is not an option. You have to get to the launch bay and stop them.
What's the matter? Couldn't take the heat? I could really use some help here. Would somebody give me a hand here? Yes. Who's hot? Me. That's it. Somebody give me a hand here. Let's keep it together, people.
Just wanted to point out the resistances that some enemies may have. For example, this enemy on screen has an energy resistance. So 3 out of the 4 characters on my team will not be good to attack with. Human Torch will be the only viable option as he does elemental damage. So that's something to pay attention to throughout the game.
I could really use some help here. Somebody give me a hand here. Oh, come on, are you even trying? Somebody help me with this loser. Of course. Of course. Somebody help me with this loser. help here. Somebody help me with this loser. I could really use some help here. Somebody help me with this loser. Really use some help here. Somebody give me a hand here. Will somebody give me a hand here? Sure.
Well fought, my friend.
Will somebody give me a hand here? Somebody help me with this loser. No problem. Somebody help me with this loser. I could really use some help here. Somebody help me with this loser.
All right. You're going to have to activate the self-destruct for that missile. Get to the navigation room on the double.
Well, 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 aren't you just an impressive bunch of heroes? Too bad my good buddies Daredevil and Elektra weren't with ya. You wouldn't be trying to stop the nuclear missile I just launched, would you? Hey, if the boss wants me to launch a missile at a heavily populated city, I do it. I don't get paid to ask questions. Sorry, I can't. And even if I did step aside, there's nothing you could do. I've got the only access card to the navigation computer. I choose or else.
Dex is a way cooler villain than Scorpion. However, unfortunately for him, the video game does not do him justice, and he gets melted just the same.
missile harmlessly self-destructed. You've averted a nuclear disaster. Bullseye was there? Doom must really be serious about recruiting talent.
Colonel Fury, the Masters of Evil are attacking our stabilizing engines. There's too many for me to stop alone.
Black Widow, do not engage the enemy. I want you out of there immediately. Team, double time it and save that engine.
That was my fault, I'm afraid. Fortunately, I was not harmed.
Black Widow, I specifically ordered you not to engage the enemy.
I am sorry, sir. It was unavoidable.
Very well. At least you're safe. Team, you have to stop the enemy from destroying the engine. If they're successful, the helicarrier is finished.
Alright, and once you get into the barracks, you want to make sure to pick up this laptop from the Black Widow. This will start a side mission that we'll touch more on later.
Got it.
Okay by me?
Thanks for setting us free. Being trapped in our own rooms was kind of an embarrassing situation. Good luck. Be careful.
Somebody help me with this loser. Somebody help me with this loser. Somebody give me a hand here. Sure. I could really use some help here. Sure. I could really use some help here. Will somebody give me a hand here?
Yes.
I could really use some help here. Somebody help me with this loser. Somebody help me with this loser.
Now you are trapped. We will teach you the true meaning of pain.
You made a big mistake coming here. One you are never gonna have a chance to repeat. You're in for a world of surprise, my friend. The Masters of Evil have teamed its members up in combinations that even your combined powers can't handle.
Yes. All the better to crush our enemies.
Good. At least you've got guts. I hate fighting cowards.
Yes. I too enjoy a good battle. Now, let the fight begin!
Yes.
Will somebody give me a hand here?
Radioactive man, Winter Soldier, report. Why haven't you destroyed that stabilizing engine yet?
Sorry. We got a little carried away, but we're on it. Lower the force fields and let's clear out of here.
It is lucky for you we must depart. I was just getting warmed up. But we will meet again, I promise you.
Will somebody give me a hand here? I could really use some help here.
Got it.
I could really use some help here.
You were almost...
Will somebody give me a hand here?
Yes.
Will somebody give me a hand here?
Yes. Defeat was inevitable.
I told you they'd follow. They're as predictable as the sunrise.
Come then, heroes. Follow us a bit further.
No wonder the chicks dig me.
Yes.
Certainly.
Okay, by me.
We're up here. Now you've had it.
Yes. Let us see how you fare against this force. Attack!
I could really use some help. All right. I could really use some help here. Somebody give me a hand here.
Certainly. Have one.
I could really use some help here.
Of course.
You are too late. In a matter of moments, the Winter Soldier will have unlocked the security code for this gun. Then, we shall fire it into the engine.
Don't you understand? You can't defeat the Masters of Evil. We're just too powerful. Abandon ship while you still can.
He has a plan that will give us all enough power to live like kings for an eternity.
Quiet, Shen. You've already said too much.
Ah, it does not matter. They will not live to tell anyone.
Why don't we make sure of that?
No problem. I could really use some help here.
Of course.
In your face, bad guy. Will somebody give me a hand here?
Well done. Wish there was time to rest, but we've got big trouble on our hands. I'm going to activate a lift nearby you. Take it. I'll explain the situation when you arrive.
Somebody help me with this loser. Oh, come on. Are you even trying?
There's no time to waste. The Masters of Evil have unleashed some huge creature that's attacking our primary engines. If it succeeds, we're all dead.
Man, I hope your boss isn't watching. Can somebody give me a hand here? Okay. I could really use some help here.
Certainly.
Somebody help me with this loser. The turkey's done. Things getting a little hot for you. Could somebody give me a hand here? Sure. I could really use some help here. Somebody help me with this loser.
Certainly. unwise to battle the power cosmic.
I could really use some help here.
Yes. Your defeat brings me no joy.
Really use some help here. Really use some help here.
Of course.
Somebody give me a hand here.
I have won.
I could really use some help here. Somebody give me a hand here. Somebody give me a hand here.
Certainly.
You are the wizard, Dr. Strange.
And I know of you as well, Fin Fang Foom. Leave this place. I have no wish to destroy you, but make no mistake, I will if you remain here.
You overestimate your power, sorcerer. I am far mightier than any creature you have ever faced before.
But this battle is useless. The Masters of Evil have lost, and you are all that remain of their forces.
I will send this ship crashing to the earth. Then all the world will see that the Masters of Evil are a force to be reckoned with.
By the hoary hosts of honor, I will not allow that.
Call upon all your mystical powers, wizard, for the might of Fin Fang Foom will prevail.
Alright, I just want to add in a couple things real quick. First, that was our first secret dialogue of the game. That'll basically occur if you have a specific character on your team at the moment that you talk to the specific NPC. And yeah, you saw that between Doctor Strange and Fin Fang Foom. Number two, I want to state that this will be our first boss fight that is different from the rest, as this boss fight we're gonna have to get on the gun at the back and shoot Fin Fang Foom down before we can attack him, and repeat that cycle a couple times. So yeah, that's just one of the couple boss fights that stray away from the typical.
really use some help. Somebody help me with this loser.
As you wish.
I could really use some help here. Somebody help me with this loser. I could really use some help here. Things get...
That wasn't the most graceful battle I've ever seen, but you saved the helicarrier. Thanks, team. When you're done in that area, come back to the bridge. We're moving everyone to Stark Tower before we begin our next mission. Come back to the bridge, you'll find out.
Dude, stop falling down. Who's hot? Me. That's it.
Why is he always late?
Hello, team. Welcome to Stark Tower, my pride and joy. It's 40 stories of heaven on Earth.
It's amazing what you can do with just a few $1 billion.
We're now a team? Yes. I've been empowered by S.H.I.E.L.D. to create a task force to stop the Masters of Evil. But the helicarrier was so badly damaged that it can't be used as a headquarters. Fortunately, Tony is willing to let us stay here for the duration. It has all the facilities we'll require.
Believe me, it's no problem at all. And I called in a few old friends to help us out. Feel free to walk around and meet them.
I'd suggest you meet Hank Pym first, since he's in charge of equipment. The Vision is here as our information officer.
Great. We got a computer to talk to the computers for us.
When you're ready to go on a mission, talk to Wyatt Wingfoot. He'll take you there in one of my Quinjets.
Speaking of that, what is our next mission, Colonel?
I recently received a radio transmission from Dum Dum Dugan requesting that I come to the Omega base. But there was something questionable in his message.
You think it might be a trap?
Maybe. I can't be sure. For more information, talk to the Black Widow.
Alright y'all, that is the end of the first mission as we come back to our HQ at Stark Tower. I want to thank you all for watching this video. This is my first time doing commentary, so it's something that I'm happy to finally get over and you know, just go ahead and get it out there. But anyways, keep in touch y'all. I'll try to get most of these videos out pretty quickly. Other than that, man, just let me know how you enjoyed it. Peace.